Since the arrival of Donald Trump, aka Donald, to the Republican Party, it's very obvious things have gotten a bit more polarized. Don't forget, Trump never actually declared himself a Republican until he deemed it the party easiest to forge a path to the White House for himself.
In many cases, I probably identify more as a Democrat.
People cite many reasons for voting Democrat or Republican. Democrats tend to care about issues like health care, especially free health care for everyone, and human rights. Republicans heavily represent folks who promise a better economy or those who favor mostly Christian beliefs. I'm more of an independent thinker, but I'd much rather throw my support behind a political party who, although flawed like everything within the human race is, are inclusive.
We're together in spirit.
People of all ages is here to support the community, and it's beautiful.
A great crowd.
We love you, we respect you, we care about you.
A party that puts systems in place which support people's rights to choose how they want to live their lives, whose policies are rooted in the sentiment and actions of helping the lower and middle class, the vast majority of us. Today, that is the Democratic Party. I'd 100% support those ideals, rather than to bow down to a fascist group of people who try to force their beliefs and their way of life onto everyone else.
Mind your own damn business.
A system or government who tries to dictate what religion people follow, which books we read, and engages in measures to meddle in everyone's private affairs. It's plain and simple a fascist and communist system. Believe me, I know. I grew up in such a system, and thanks to my father, we escaped it. Unfortunately, the Republican Party is, in fact, the party pushing forth all of those agendas. I'm telling you right now, the MAGA folks have no idea what they're asking for.
For 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You gotta get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not gonna have to vote.
It's cowardly and unpatriotic to place a single man above the best interests of our country, above our Constitution, for the sake of winning an argument or simply playing politics. That's exactly how dictators ascend to power. Don Old has brought forth the ugly side within our society and tried to tear us apart. To be honest, I'm not of the opinion he's done this by design. I do not give him the credit of being in any shape or form a mastermind.
In helping with Florence, this is a tough hurricane, one of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. At pleasure. What a name right now. But what we just saw, we just left pleasure. Paradise. For paradise.
The divisiveness he's created in our country is the byproduct of the flaws in his character and his personality. And being that he's a person of riches and influence, those tools have aided him in his destructive ways. Once he goes away by losing this next election, we can go back to having civil arguments and disagreements the way we have for most of our history, without sophomoric name-calling, crowd-sized debates, personal grievances, or crossing the lines of bringing wives and children or any family members into our arguments. I long for those days when Democrats and Republicans quarreled about solving real issues, and I know you do too. We're not a perfect nation. Again, absolutely nothing in this world is. But one thing I do know about America is that we always strive to do better, to correct our wrongs, because we've always pushed for higher standards. Because the First Amendment guarantees us the ability to respectfully call each other on our shit, therefore creating conversation and opening the door to conflict resolution. So let's stop normalizing tearing up the social contracts long put into place, which guide us towards making a stronger, more decent country for all. Let's bring back decency and unity, because the world is watching, our allies are watching, but more importantly, our enemies are watching.